Welcome to my live show where we discuss the topics regarding wilderness, Sasquatch, Bigfoot, Oma, Yowie, Yeti, anything to do with bipedal hominids that currently reside in the forests of North America primarily, but all the way into Russia, China, Australia when it comes to the Yowie. So we'll be answering all those questions. My name is Todd Standing, and I'm the man who takes people into the field and has them either live interact with or eyewitness a Sasquatch as I set up my my hands free here. Oh, this is not working. I just made a mistake. Uh-oh. As you give me a second to fix. Oh, there we go. Just took me a second to figure it out. Sorry about that. A little bit of a brain. Oh, don't buy cheap junk. Oh my goodness. What did I just do? Okay, live show on hold while we fix the lighting. So, whoa. Hopefully I can fix this. Okay, hold on. A little bit of a comedy reel here. What a piece of junk that is. Oh my God, time to get a new lighting system. I don't like throwing things away. I'm a big believer in recycling, but oh my God, what a piece of crap. It's just not working. Hold on a second still. Why wouldn't you turn in? Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not adjusting that again. So I have some news today, and I'll wait till we get people in. So since it's vertical, I'll be tilting my head down a lot. I don't like vertical, but don't have any choice anymore. I got to keep up with the times, unfortunately. So thank you for tuning in, everybody. So remind me in a few minutes to tell you what kind of the big news is. I apologize for missing last week. I was in Washington State. I'm back from beautiful, gorgeous Nia Bay, the native reserve on the Olympic Peninsula, right on the tip of the Olympic Peninsula. This incredible, amazing group of people. The Makah Native American people are absolutely amazing. They are literally a lesson that other Native people need to learn. Like, these people are doing so well. They're living in balance with nature quite well. I mean, they're doing logging, they're doing forestry stuff that could maybe be taken down a couple notches. But with the ocean, they live in beautiful equilibrium. I just have so much respect for them. I get guided by elders, Brian and Larry. Larry's not quite an elder yet. He's an amazing, ambitious guy. Brian, suck it up. You're an elder. Doesn't want to admit it. It's wonderful, guys, to see how Sasquatch has changed the lives of people. I've been going to Nia Bay. So that was my 4th year in a row. By the way, I'll be going there for the rest of my life, once a year, forever. It'll never ever stop. And it's really changing people's lives. Like, I've seen the growth, and it's specifically Sasquatch. I mean, I can say that it's what I'm teaching people about Sasquatch, but that's really Sasquatch is teaching me that. So it's lessons that I'm handing down, or or specific lessons that people are getting from Sasquatch themselves. And if you can't understand that, let me try to explain it to you. Literally, you reconnect with your natural self. You're reconnecting with true freedom in your wildness, like going back to your wildness, to your wild side. Things that are wild are truly free. I have food in my face. My goodness, I'm so unrefined, right? But if you're domesticated, which we are, the more you rely upon technology, the less free you are. The more domesticated you become, the less free you become. And Sasquatch, even in little bits, little pieces here and there, it's reconnecting people with nature and their true free selves. And I hope you can understand that. And if you, I bet a lot of you don't understand that. Maybe 5 years ago, if I had told that to myself, I wouldn't understand it. But I'm seeing it in people. Something really special happens when people get away from civilization, get back to nature, let it absorb them. Even someone like myself, I take it for granted a lot. I really do, because I spend so much, like 100 days a year at least, boots on the ground in the wilderness. And with me, it's a bit of a job, and sometimes a lot of hard work. But and so I have a tendency to take it for granted. I come back and my children go, "Let's go camping." I'm like, "I don't want to go camping. I camp for a living." So it's just funny balance I need to separate, because even years ago, before I was doing more comfortable expeditions like I am now, they were such a hardship. I never wanted to go back in the wilderness. I would literally nearly kill myself. I would just go into horrible states of, starvation and uh, body shock, shock exposure, like just pushed myself where I wouldn't want to go back. I'd be happy for my time sleeping in my comfortable bed and being, fed and not worrying about a bear or a mountain lion jumping on my head and killing me. So, but even with someone like me, I took it to an extreme, and now I'm finding balance, and the Sasquatch are teaching that. So we have all the people here. Everybody's saying hello, Royal, hello, Andy. Thank you so much for tuning in today. So the announcement I'm going to make, are you ready? So we're 5 minutes in. Hopefully everybody's here. Uh, I won't be doing a live show next week. It looks like I'm in the last stages. Like I've got a yes, and it looks like a famous YouTuber is doing an expedition with me. You know where he's going? Because Radium's not open. I can't go out there till June. I'm taking him to the place where I took that black girl. Forgot her name because I haven't seen her in a couple years. But if you watch that video from about a month ago, it's at like 80,000 views. Where I take that lady out to a particular area out just outside of Vancouver. I'm taking him there. So where the Sasquatch are pretty amazing. If they come around, they come around pretty quick. If they don't come around, they're not there at all. But it's over by Golden Ears. It's close. Randy Brisson is the one that taught me about this area. I've been there about 6 times. 3 times I've had my socks blown off of me by the Sasquatch interaction. So I'm taking a famous YouTuber there. Um, what can I tell you about him? He's got millions and millions of subscribers, and his videos get millions of views on a regular basis. He was averaging over 10 million views a video, and so he's a pretty big deal. He's not who you would expect. He's not some wilderness guy, and the expedition is going to be hard on him. He's worked with top YouTubers like Mr. Beast, so it's only a 3-day expedition, but it'll be next week, guys. It's extremely unlikely I'll go live. Extremely unlikely. I'll be out in the wilderness somewhere, unless he wants to come and sit down and do the live show with me. But it's his expedition. He wants it. He's paying for the expenses. I'm putting my time in, which is very valuable, and taking him to a very, very hot spot. And this is I've been talking about Joe Rogan, Mr. Beast breaking the next level. This is pretty much it, guys. So I take this dude out, and his videos go up and explode because, love me or hate me, I'm controversial. Either I'm telling the truth and Sasquatch are real and all my footage is real, and I really take people out and show them Sasquatch, and Survivor Man and Jeff Meldrum and John Berenego and all these people that I take out, dozens and dozens of people, are all telling the truth, or we're lying. So, and I think obviously most of you can really understand there's no way I could have done what I did. There's no way this could all be going on unless Sasquatch are real and I am telling the truth. So I don't feel controversy at all. I'm just speaking truth. So that's the big announcement. It's a really big deal. I apologize for missing the live show last week, and I'm excited to be missing the live show next week. You guys got to understand, I love doing this live show, and it irks me to miss it. And if there's any way I can do it, I will. I was busting my glutes off in Nia Bay. It was busy. Like I had a plan to do like 10 things, let's say. I got none of them done because Larry and Brian had me every day going in 10 different directions. They did such a good job guiding us. I got to, if you saw the Thursday video, I did a little dance with a Sasquatch in the water, man. That was awesome. I was at times maybe 15 yards away from the Sasquatch in pitch black darkness where I couldn't see my hand in front of my face, and I never saw his eyes. I believe he was had his eyes closed as well. Otherwise, they would have been glowing. That was what really perplexing to me about the incident is couldn't see eyes. I couldn't see low level green glowing eyes like I've seen before. And anyways, that's going to be a controversial thing. I had 8 people listening to me and a Sasquatch splashing around the water. Literally, what they heard, just so we're clear, 8 people heard something stepping in the water 20 yards down at the river. We were up above the river, all seated down there. It was a kind of a wonky hike. I had to go into the water, and I went into the water, into the creek with a Sasquatch, and we stood off and marched around each other a little bit. Twice I did that. So the second time when he walked off on me, As he was, I realized I wasn't going to get to see him. I couldn't see his eyes. I was really hoping for that. And I turned on my phone just so the not the light on the phone, but the low glow. I would never turn on the bright light. It would blind him, and that could cause damage to the situation. You can't turn on a bright light to a being that can probably see in the light as hypersensitive to light. So I turned on the low glow and I put it in the water. And by that time, he'd walked off. And then I started hitting the record button. Maybe if I could get some audio on it. And what are you going to hear? Sploosh, sploosh, sploosh. So the audio is completely worthless. He never growled at me or made a sound. He just stood off with me. And it was an absolutely incredible experience that I had verified by Larry. Brian wasn't there, but there was a small group of people there, so it was pretty fantastic. So let's start answering questions. Everybody saying hi. Um, Hello from Nebraska. Hello, Nebraska. So we are an international show every week, guys. We get people from all over the world. I'm so proud of that. I think that's amazing. I love cooperations. Hey, Todd, hope all is well. Yes, I'm having a great weekend. It's pretty exciting. A YouTuber. I'll announce it. I don't really have permission to talk about him. I don't know what his contracts and stuff are going to be. Uh, I don't even know if I can announce him in 2 weeks' time or on Thursday. I don't know if he's going to keep it a secret, but I'm going to. So right now, I've dealt with celebrities. Let me tell you, like Megan Fox, Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg. Uh, what's that band? The Insane Clown Posse. All these big stars, multiple, huge, bigger than that even that I can't name, and they usually quit. 90% of the time, they quit. They cop out. They bunch out. They find an excuse. Anderson Cooper from CNN. They all find some excuse, some reason to not come out. So but I'm really confident. I'm at like 50-50 that this guy is going to come out and we'll see what happens. So it's literally happening next week. I'm literally leaving this weekend to go prepare. That's how fast it's coming. So we're going to get an answer really, really quick. And I'm pretty excited about it. So for all of you close personal friends of mine who are going to call me, no, I'm talking James, Darren, Bill, Logan, Brian, Larry, no, no, no. I don't want to talk about it. I know as soon as I'm done this live show all week, I'm going to get all you guys that are friends of mine calling me. I say no. Be patient. I'm leaving in 3 days. I don't need to get 30 phone calls from all you amazing people asking me who it is. No, just wait. Be patient. I know you're going to call me anyways. So, hey, Chris, thanks for tuning in. Awesome to have you. Brent, Todd, have you ever thought of coming to Australia? I would love to come to Australia. Thought about it. The Darnum Junk tribe of the Blue Mountains called me to come. In case I haven't said this story, maybe I said it many live shows ago. Probably like 12 years ago, a granddaughter, or no, yeah, a granddaughter of a shaman from the Darnum Junk tribe. I still remember the name because it was so awesome. Guy's got like a bone in his nose, Aboriginal. Said he was dreaming about me, and I was supposed to come down there and even help him with the Yowie. I couldn't believe it. So so how did he find me? Well, his daughter said, "Well, what's this man? What does he look like?" So she started telling her about the dream that she was looking it up on the internet. And after a lot of work, like a lot of time, my name finally popped up. And when there was a picture of me, he said, "That's the guy I'm dreaming about." So they got an email out to me, told me that he'd been dreaming about me and that I was supposed to come down there and do stuff with the Yowie. And they're the indigenous people of the Blue Mountains of Australia. Is that cool or what? And never got to go. And so many other things have happened. The Australian Outdoor Festival was going to feature me, and then COVID screwed it all up. And because I'd absolutely love to go down there. And now I've got a trained expeditioner, Adam, who's amazing. Such an amazing. Adam is one of my favorite kind of amazing people because he's so amazing and he doesn't even know it. He's so freaking humble. He just thinks, oh, I just some, and you know, maybe he is kind of a regular guy, but he's a super wonderful, nice guy. And if the world was made up of more people like him, we would live in such a beautiful place. Like just an absolutely amazing dude. And he showed me who he truly was. Never mind chit chat talk. He showed me the kind of man he was. I saw it in real life, and I'm blessed to have him as part of this cooperation. I was excited to have Adam come out this year, and I'd love to go to Australia. I'd absolutely love it. I would adore it. I can't. I would just. It resonates with me so much, and I hate that I haven't been there yet. Hey, Todd and team from Lowell, MA. Hello, Harry. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, the Yowie. Yeah, I got you, Brent. I know what you meant. Hey, Harry. So everybody saying hi. Joseph. Hi, Todd. I know Canada has wildlife overpass over the highway so animals can cross in safety. Would this be a great place for you to put cameras for Sasquatch? Oh, absolutely not. Sasquatch are not going to cross there. I just consider it extremely unlikely. They're just so damn smart. I don't even know. Um, and the spots that Sasquatch would cross, like the highways that Sasquatch would cross, and I can see how they would get across. They're going to go across. Well, actually, they would have to go across Highway 1. There was literally a. I don't know if I can talk about this, but I'm gonna anyways. I don't know if I've ever talked about this. A Sasquatch. So Highway number 1 in Canada, close to Banff. A Sasquatch in the wintertime during the day crossed the freaking highway and stopped traffic. Semis, like dozens of people saw him. Dozens. Fish and Wildlife was called. Some of these people pulled over and they weren't moving. They're like, get Fish and Wildlife out here. We just saw a Sasquatch. A dozen people were like, wait here for Fish and Wildlife. So Fish and Wildlife shows up and says, "Ooh, you saw a Sasquatch." Yeah, 12 of us did. And we got names from a dozen other people that all saw it. You saw a guy in a fur coat. No, we didn't. It jumped over the freaking highway. It jumped over that. Look at the tracks in the snow. Look at it go up the hill. Photographs, everything. So the initial report was done by, I can't say who, but the initial report was done appropriate. So this is where I can't get into details about it because I'm going to incriminate a good person. But I heard, let me say that, I heard the initial report was done legitimately and it was rejected because there is no such thing as Sasquatch. So another person was given the report and the other person wrote that a man in a fur coat with big sandals, huge sandals on his feet, ran across the highway and ran up the side of a mountain and was witnessed. And that report was submitted and accepted. So they don't accept reports of legitimate Sasquatch sightings. So, and there's a lot more to it than that. I just can't talk publicly about it because there are people that work for Fish and Wildlife that know Sasquatch is real and they would literally lose their jobs if they talked about it publicly. I don't know about in the United States, but I know in Canada, multiple individuals that have been literally the reports get rejected, they get demoted, and you know their lives turn into pure hell if they start acknowledging or starting to discuss, even within the limits of Fish and Wildlife, that Sasquatch is real. So it's extremely frowned upon, to say the least, within the group, the the whole organization itself, extremely frowned upon. But do they know they're real? Of course they do. So everybody's saying boom, boom. Just for those of you who don't know, the Sasquatch call themselves the boom. If you hear a boom out in the wilderness, unless a rock has fallen off the side of a mountain, it's a Sasquatch. Let's hope we have an easy night, mods. Yeah. Right, Andy? So what's happened, Andy, I'm going to tell you all this. Since I went vertical and I'm doing vertical, YouTube is putting me out there to a new thing. So, but you guys go kick some ass. You guys are awesome. Whoops. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You men have my back, you mods, and respect to you guys. You guys will own this show. Keep it tight because we are PG, and get those trolls out of here, gentlemen. I respect to you, gentlemen, for keeping this a tight show, as I know you do. Thank you very much. Remember, though, I'd like to say this to the moderators. If someone has hard questions, or someone says, has a perspective, I don't mind somebody saying, "Oh, Todd's a liar, he's a known hoaxer." I don't mind. What evidence do you have? Let's talk about it. But when you're just a jerk and you're swearing and using profanity, get him out of there. Like, we don't have time for that. What I'm trying to say is, I have nothing to fear, and I'll answer questions that are hard, or, even, some people think preposterous things. I don't mind tapping into it. So don't be too hard on people on here, because I actually really like those hard questions. So the last two were crazy, right, Andy? Well, and the numbers were crazy, right? So crazy that we've literally, guys, and you guys, you mods, you think you're in for it now? What do you think's going to happen when this top YouTuber jumps on board? You mods, I'm going to have to start giving something special to you guys, because and I have every intention of doing that, because you guys are going to have you guys are going to have your things pressed. If we explode like I think we're going to do, if this YouTuber is real, imagine. So my subscribers are 120,000. Imagine I go up into the million subscribers within a month, right? Imagine my viewership goes up into the numbers that, at one time I was getting 2 million views a month. Right now we're at about 500,000 views a month, which is awesome. But these are the lowest numbers for me, guys. I got kicked out of the algorithm when I stopped doing live shows, and I stopped doing videos for like a year and a half when I was in a custody battle for my children. So we got kicked right out of the algorithm, and we never got back into it. We're still not back into it. This could get us back in the algorithm, and you moderators are in for a hell. But I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I wouldn't put you moderators on unless you were tough dudes. And we're men. Put the pressure on, right? You men can handle it. Let's go to battle, right? Let's have some fun. I wish there were more locations here in Maryland where I could go have an experience, but I don't think they live around here. Maryland. Maryland. Isn't that? Gosh, I wish I had my phone with me. I'm not too, I forget states and where they are. But Maryland, isn't that on the top US? Maryland's I thought it was a super fantastic spot. Maybe I'm wrong. I wish you luck though, Super Ray. And I bet you, go through these comments here. I bet you somebody might know something that could help you out to get you some success around there. So this is Todd Standing. Yes. Mariner, Andy, are you getting anything from Northeastern or is it just in Maine? Oh, Maine was what I was thinking about, not Maryland. I got those two confused. My apologies. Checking in for the first time in a while. Did you ever go? Did you ever do the second documentary? Oh, the documentary. So I gave the documentary to Warner Brothers. I don't know what's going to happen with it now. So I don't know. It's not me, guys. It has to be distributed professionally. It's a good documentary. It's up in the air right now. So I don't know. But I finished it, and I don't know. I just don't know. I can't really comment because there's negotiation going on right now, and it's really like, really. I mean, this is me. Really? What? So I just got to take it step by step. Hello, Kim. That's China Productions. Boom. I would love to meet you in person, Andy, Chris. Well, how can we do that? That'd be so cool. We should do something like that. We should have like a Discovering Bigfoot. You know what I really am going to do, guys? I'm going to do a Discovering Bigfoot conference in Nia Bay. They have a beautiful community center there. Wouldn't that be cool if we could get out there for that? So I know Washington's not close for everybody. It's not even middle ground. But we should think about doing something like that. So just keep it in mind. Something would be really important to me to have you guys meet. I think that would be spectacular. Just have all the expeditioners come out and moderators, and that would be so cool. Even if we could do, imagine this, because we have all this technology, right? Can you imagine if we had like stations or computer stations that were hooked up where Kim, you could talk to Andy, and Royal Creations could talk to Mariner, and we could have all this live stuff going on in the conference. We should do something like that. That'd be so cool, especially using we don't even need to go to a venue, do we? That'd be cool. One of you computer guys, let's think about doing something like that, like a big chat room, like a big Zoom room with a whole bunch of us. That'd be so cool. I'm very interested in that. That's one great thing about technology. We could do stuff like that. We don't even need to go anywhere, right? So, hey Todd, I heard you're I heard you're a Bigfoot expert. Well, people here know how I feel about that term. So, when it comes to the knowledge of the species commonly referred to as Bigfoot, my knowledge is exceptional relative to normal people. Exceptional. So I can take people out and show them a Sasquatch. I have a tremendously excellent relationship with multiple groups of Sasquatch. So I don't know what the term expert and all that kind of stuff. So I'm really, I've come to become at peace with saying that there's no competition for me. Nobody who's going public, who's talking publicly, has anywhere near the abilities to do what I do with Sasquatch. Nobody is taking people out and showing them Sasquatch. I did it like 10 times this year? 10 new people this year. Oh my God, there's a Sasquatch, right? And the year before and the year before, I mean, I take out maybe 40 people a year, but I get those kind of numbers, ladies and gentlemen. Who's doing that? And like, I'm taking out PhDs, I'm taking out MDs, judges, lawyers, like structural engineers, incredibly top-notch businessmen, like powerful men, women that are powerful human beings, right, in society, and they're live live interacting with or eyewitnessing a Sasquatch or seeing tremendous evidence that's blowing their minds. So, and then Ashley pops up. I can. So no, I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anybody. And but people, if you want to talk about someone like Ashley or Kyle or Craig that saw a Sasquatch, well, where did you guys? What banner are you under? Right? And Ashley is under my banner. She works with me just like many other people do. And when this top YouTuber comes on board and we have to explode and expand, oh my God, guys, I'm just gonna need so much help. My goal, I hope you're sitting down. This is gonna happen. Like this is going to happen. I'll explode on YouTube with YouTubers and podcasters like Joe Rogan, Mr. Beast. I'm just gonna name them just people like that. Like there's dozens of top podcasters and YouTubers that I'll begin working with. When this cooperation explodes like that, and you could count on it, it's gonna happen. I'm legitimately doing this. I'm gonna get new footage, new evidence. It's just gonna keep exploding. I'm never gonna stop winning, and I never get tired of it. Just so we're clear, you can't beat someone who doesn't quit. Do you see any quit in these eyes? I will be doing this for the rest of my life, and I got a long ways to go. Right? So when it explodes, you know what's going to happen? There's going to be 100 Discovering Bigfoot research centers all across the world, everywhere. Australia, Russia, China, all over North America. I'm going to blow up and have 100 Discovering Bigfoot research centers that people like us can go out and connect to nature and live interact with our eyewitness of Sasquatch. That's what's going to happen. That's my goal. And many of you are going to say, that's crazy, and you're going to fail, and you can't do that. Well, I have a little philosophy. I just love this philosophy. Usually, if you think you can or you can't, whatever your feeling is, you're usually right. So, oh yeah, Todd, you got video 2. Oh wow, you got video 3. Wow, you never filmed the face of Sasquatch, so you'll never do that. Video 4, can. Video 5, can. Right? Video 4 and 5. Oh, those are amazing. And video 3 and video 2 and 3, video 4 and 5, all these videos you have, they're amazing, but you'll never get another one. Video 6, video 7, video 8, all in my movie. Oh, but you can't get more now. What? Watch me. Watch me get more evidence. Watch me do it in front of impeccable, incredible, amazing human beings that will support and back me up that it's happening. You know, even this Nia Bay thing, that's not a small deal. I had like 8 people sitting up in the pitch black. None of them could see in front of their faces. It was so dark. All heard my ass go down to the creek and heard something stomping around in the river. Boof, 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 boof. What do you think that was? And the stomping stopped, and you hear me down there, oh, talking to a Sasquatch, right? In pitch black, can't see my hand in front of my face. So we're never going to stop. We're always going to keep going. And I have huge, enormous goals. And all of you that are on here, you were here. You're here when you heard me say this, right? And just watch it all manifest. So it's what's going to happen. I'm devoted to it. And it's going to happen. Have a nice day. So I think New England only Mariner. So you guys are talking. Mariner? It's probably pronounced Mariner. So Chris is talking. James McDonald. Did you miss the part where Ashley got taken by Kubota? Did I miss the part? Oh man, I almost spit my water out. No, Ashley was not taken by Kubota. That's awesome. For those of you who don't know, Kubota latched on a woman by the name of Ina and then dropped her when the big Sasquatch came down and made him drop her. So Ashley's been a little bit in the background and we haven't heard much from her in the last couple months. And no, she wasn't taken by Kubota. Richard says, can't find what don't exist. Give up, Jack. So is Richard talking to me about Sasquatch? Wow. Found it, filmed it, showing people it, got DNA, dermals are proof. Hey, Richard, do you have any respect for the court of law? Any respect for it at all? Like when someone goes to jail, when they're convicted beyond a reasonable doubt, do you go, yeah, that's reasonable? I mean, that makes sense. They were convicted beyond a reasonable doubt. Because if you don't, You should be protesting all these people that are in jail. You should go out there. These people deserve to be set free because beyond a reasonable doubt is not good enough. Okay? So I'm going to assume, since you're not out there protesting, the courts of law are not justice, then you think beyond a reasonable doubt is acceptable to say a man or a woman committed this crime and should do this time, right? Did you know that if I took this to a court of law, I could have 10,000 witnesses show up? Did you know I would have geneticists show up and say there's a this is non-human, unknown hominid? Did you know I could have FBI and fingerprint experts show up and say the dermal ridges in this foot are from a living being, and I'm going to substantiate that with evidence? So we've got DNA, we've got fingerprints, we've got 10,000 eyewitnesses. Do you think that would convince a court of law, a system of justice? I think so. And then you got one more thing. You got this dude in the background. Oh wait, that's me. I'll take you out and show you a Sasquatch. But wait a second. You've never done that before. Au contraire, mon frère. Watch my movie. Did you see Jeff Meldrum look at a Sasquatch? Did you watch Survivor Man multiple times live interact with a Sasquatch and then get a shot of the top of the head of a Sasquatch that he can't explain? It's Sasquatch. They're real. So I think my evidence is way beyond a reasonable doubt, right? So can find them. And what did I just say a minute ago? People who say they can or they can't are usually correct. Hey, Richard, you got my sympathy. Sucks to be in the dark, doesn't it? They're real. Oh, yes, they're real. Don't take my word for it. Come out with me and I'll show you a Sasquatch. Oh, wait, I've said that 10,000 times. I'm doing it next week with a top YouTuber. So you can't be first. I don't care who you are. You can't be first. I've taken out best in the world. Survivor Man was best. I literally sat down, who's the best? This is what I actually did, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're not aware. Came back from an expedition, nearly died after coming back from video 5, like was hospitalized, just had my ass handed to me. Sorry for the profanity. Sat down with the people in my life that even Adrian Erickson was there and said, you can't keep doing this on your own. You are gonna not survive. Like, you were lucky to be alive. You have to get some help. And I said, who's the best in the world? And I started going through the list. And I picked 3 names. Jeff Meldrum, PhD, professor of anatomy and anthropology from Idaho State University. John Bitternagel, wildlife biologist, PhD, with decades of experience as a doctor of wildlife biology all over the world. And then this dude, what was his name again? Oh yeah, Survivor Man. Best in the world. And I took them all out and I won. 1, 2, 3. Have a nice day. Right? So have a nice day. Hello, Todd from Ohio. Good evening. Thank you, Ohio. Are you talking about Mr. Ballin? Nope. Well, I shouldn't have said that, but I don't know who Mr. Ballin is. I don't know YouTubers really. Just not much into social media. They'll reach me. They'll get a hold of me. I'm banging the drum. Bigfoot are real. Bigfoot are real. I'll show you Bigfoot. Bigfoot are real. I'm yelling it out to the world. Bigfoot's real. I'll show anybody a Bigfoot. And they just come to me. That's how I work. I can't really chase people. How would I ever get a hold of anybody? And Joe Rogan is talking about me. I was in a conference to do an expedition with Mr. Beast. So when you hear Joe Rogan say that Canadian guy who's taking people out in the wilderness and brainwashing them that Sasquatch are real, he actually means Todd Standing. He doesn't know my name. So, Gina, there you go. Gina says you're telling the truth, and Gina probably knows. Mr. Ballin is awesome. Hey, Super Ray, it's not Mr. Ballin. Give him a call. Send him an email. Say, hey, I know this guy that says he could show you a Sasquatch. Yep, I do say that. Yes, I've walked with the MD part of a trail spray. Okay, cool. Where is Sasquatch? Sasquatch are all over North America, into Australia, Russia, China. I don't know about India. Even John Bitternagel told me they were in Africa. How awesome is that? I did some research. I think he's right. You know what? John Bitternagel, he knew. So when you come into East Texas, we got some hot spots near the niches. Well, I have people, Dustin. This is Dustin FOTB. I have people in Texas. You got a hot spot, my friend. You can get a Discovering Bigfoot Research Center, and I know people in Texas. I have two people in Texas that I think are amazing that have been on expedition with me. So Bigfoot Encounters at gmail.com. You'll see it if you scroll down here. Andy or somebody will put it up where you can have that link. Go send me an email. Hello from New York. Big fan of you and Ash. Keep up the great work. We are lifers with this. So Sabe is everywhere. BT. I don't know what BT stands for. And Sabe is just another term for Sasquatch. A term I love to use. It's a Blackfoot term, and the Blackfoot and their knowledge of Sasquatch slash Sabe slash Bigfoot is, it literally blew me off my feet. I just was just like awestruck by the brilliant knowledge that they have and the respect they have for Sabe. Mariner, we are getting hit pretty hard about 30 miles north of Boston. Winter continues. Really? That sucks. I'd like some spring now. You might not like the truth, but you can't change it. This is Trevor probably talking about the fact that Bigfoot is real. Mr. Ballon could tell a story about his expedition, and I would love that. Absolutely. I've I've always known you. I've always known you're telling the truth, Todd. And now I'm getting support from people and gratitude for that, ladies and gentlemen. Really appreciate it. Gina, a whole bunch more, Southbridge, Nordegg, British Columbia. Nordegg. Nordegg, where I did my research, is very much in Alberta. Very, very much. If there is a Nordegg in British Columbia, I don't know about it. But my main research site is Radium, British Columbia. And when I say Nordegg or Radium, it's not in the town of Nordegg. It's not even close. It's far away from it. And when I say Radium, it's not in the town of Radium either. Don't go to Radium and think you're going to see Bigfoot. I'm so far away from there, but it's the closest place. I'm out in the hello middle of nowhere, and I can be like, well, even like Nordegg's over here, Hinton's over here, which is closer? Well, maybe Nordegg. I don't know. So if you look at the map, it's not in Hinton and it's not in Nordegg, but Nordegg is where I went and got gas and supplies before I went to the research area. And Radium, it's kind of the same thing. If I had a major emergency, Nordegg would be the first place I go, and Radium would be the first place I go. So, oops. And Bigfoot are Nephilim. Matthew, obviously you read the Bible and you are a Christian. Respect to your perspectives. That's all I have to say about that. I don't know, but respect. Bigfoot are real, guys. Thank you, Macintosh. Sasquatch are not Nephilim. And that's your opinion, Royal Creations. Respect to your opinion, my friend. Todd literally has no reason to lie. And anyone that Les Stroud will get behind is good enough for me. Thank you. It's Spra, R-Y. I appreciate that, sir. Subscribe to the channel, says Andy. You'll have access to over 447 videos. Oh my God. You know what the problem with is now, Andy? And this is really an issue, is I have so many damn videos. Where do people go to see the cream? Where do they go to see, like, really great convincing videos? Where are my top videos listed? And what I would suggest for anybody, because I don't have a playlist, and then Bill, a very close colleague and friend of mine, has been saying, do a playlist and do this. And I will. It's on a list of like 800 things I have to do. But just what I suggest is go to my videos and then hit most popular and just scroll through that. Popularity really matters. It works out. Like the real popular ones are generally kind of the best ones, unfortunately. So just like the people know. So no, really, where's Ashley? Ashley just sent me a text. Ashley is at home, doing very well today, I'm sure. So Doug says, howdy from mountains of Southwest Virginia. Have never had an encounter or anything like that, but in wanting to get out west and checking out the West Coast, keep up the good work. I'm a big fan. And Doug, anything I would say to new people that are on here, some really good lessons you can get from me. Watch Discovering Bigfoot, the movie, and then watch all 4 episodes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 episodes of me and Survivor Man. So there's a tremendous amount of information in there. I put my heart and soul into that documentary, guys. So I hope you can learn a lot from that. And once you get to that point where you require more information, come on the live show and ask some questions. I'd love to answer them. I believe you. Amen. Thank you, Macintosh K. Bohemeric says from Australia. There, and you know what? Australia. Boom. Thank you for tuning in, Australia. We are now international. Woo! All over the world. Thank you very much. Do you do much print casting? Nah. My research is in the Rocky Mountains. Gosh, I think honestly, in my whole career in the Rocky Mountains, maybe just over 10 times I've found castable tracks. Problem with that is to go back and get the casting material and then haul it up with the water. And then even beyond that, you know why most of them were uncastable? Survivor Man had a castable track on that episode. Oh my God. It was uncastable. You know why? It was on a mountain like this. Can you tell me how to cast a track like that? So when you get a good track, whoopity doo. When it's steep like this or even like that, you can't cast it, guys. The casting material runs out. You have to build up a block and stuff. And usually it's so damn steep. It was so frustrating to see that on Survivor Man, because yeah, I don't know. Unless you could dig it out, or can you dig out a footprint, flatten it, and then put casting? I don't know. But the one on Survivor Man, guys, it blew my freaking mind. So the first episode of Survivor Man Bigfoot Radium that we did two. We did Nordegg and Radium. The Sasquatch came over and woke up Survivor Man by knocking a rock on a like a little rock on the side of the mountain. So Les woke up before I did, and he was like talking to Sasquatch, and then I woke up because he's talking away to the Sasquatch, and the Sasquatch is like rock knocking away. And when I woke up, and Les woke up, and we were cognizant, maybe 30 seconds, we were wide awake, looking over there. We heard boom, and then I've talked about that should blow your mind. I'm not talking about that today. What did I just say though? Boom. So before he bolted away, he hit the ground. So that morning, when the sun came up, this happened probably at like 3 a.m. And we were up for the rest of the night, like waiting for something to happen. Nothing else happened. But when we got over there, I saw the rock and I saw the marks on the stone where he was tapping. And on the ground, right there, clear as day, was a beautiful footprint. How do you think that happened? Boom. And I'll tell you, that's when Les heard the boom for the first time. Literally, like you can feel it in the earth because it wasn't very far away. I mean, hit the side of a mountain that was there was quite a bit of dirt there, probably 6 inches of topsoil over the mountain in that particular spot. But as much as you could feel it in the earth, you could just like the waves just hit your like anywhere you have hair on your body. Just my eyebrows went, boom, my ears, boom, like the the skin, boom, like I'll quote Survivor Man because he explained it perfectly. It's a sound that you can hear, but you can feel it even better than you can hear it, right? And that's the way I would explain it. It's like whoa, bass wave. So, and that cast was completely 100% uncastable. So, and I was still thinking about trying something, building up a dam, building up rocks, going up there with like 10 pounds of plaster. Problem is, as soon as we were coming down, it started pouring rain. Guess what? That track is washed away and done. Like nothing left of it washed away. Like water comes down. So I don't do much print casting, and just for those reasons. So it doesn't matter what Sasquatch are. What matters is over half of you have been in a sighting and you're still here. And that's a good debate. What is Sasquatch? I don't mind that. We can debate that, but you know, Gina says Todd is not lying. Thank you. Bigfoot, Bigfoot are as you and I. I think what Chris means, Chris Scott means they're as real as you and I. Ashley has her own YouTube channel. Please support her and subscribe. That's right. Ashley's doing. Thank you for reminding me, Royal. Ashley's doing a live show tomorrow that I will be participating in because she's bringing up. She's had an epiphany and she wants to discuss that epiphany on her live show, and I would like to be there. Not like I'm going to be there just like you guys. I'm going to be in the questions, asking questions about that. And it's her name on YouTube is Ash space K. So she's Ash K on YouTube. So I don't have any links or anything, but maybe someone put one up here. So hi from North Korea. So we're so international. Thank you, Macintosh K. That's so fantastic. All over the world tunes into the show. I am a full-time researcher. And if you'd like to support me by giving donations, only if you could easily afford it, and usually $20 a month or more is perfect. You can support me by clicking the link that Andy just put up here, which is discoveringbigfoot.org through PayPal, or you can do it through Patreon. Those are the best ways to support me. If you support me here through YouTube, giving me a donation, YouTube thanks you very much for that donation because they get the majority of that. So Hello, internationals. Isn't that cool? I love that this show is so international like that. You're the best, Todd, from Peachland, BC. Peachland, BC is so cool. That's right over the Okanagan, man. I was so close to moving there, but BC's politics can are just not going to work for me. Nope. And I make no apologies for it. I won't tolerate the things that are going on in British Columbia and their politics right now. So I'm a conservative man, and I'm staying here in Alberta, and BC is out for me. So haven't seen a better Bigfoot hunter than you. Well, thank you so much, John. And I'm not being any. I just with BC, what are you guys thinking? Get your politics, get some good politicians in power there. My God, so, because it's British Columbia is one of the most beautiful places in the whole planet. I adore that province. It is so gorgeous. It's for you in the United States. It's like Washington State beautiful. So rough, so raw, so amazing. So many waterfalls and lakes. The ocean is there. I love that place so much. But the politics and the what what the uh, what the people that govern that province are doing to it is just an absolute heartbreaking thing to me. We're getting old, Todd, but not too old to oversee these young guys and their research. I don't feel old, man. Ask Kyle. Ask Ashley. Ask Craig. Ask Bill and Andy. I just took out, man. I am 20-year-olds don't keep up with me. Or if they're in top shape, they can. So I got my numbers, dude. I am in top physical shape. My body might look a little worn and torn on the outside, but I've got it where it counts, man. I can kick ass. My son is 15 years old. He's a top tier MVP football player. He can't touch me yet. He will be. Oh, he will be. And he's 15 and a half approximately. And he's 2 years away from being able to keep up with his dad as a top athlete. So once he hits his 20s, he'll blow me out of the water. Even I think 18, 19 probably. But I train with him. He's one of my main training partners. He's a little savage, awesome beast, kick-ass football player, top-notch MVP athlete, and that's my training partner. So I threw a football, oh my God, 150 times 2 days ago. I still got a good spiral. Crisscross, man, Todd's documentary footage was absolutely insane. Wasn't it amazing? I look back at that when I go watch that thing because I don't do it very often. Maybe every year I don't ever sit down and watch the whole thing because it was so hard editing it and it was so much. But the footage there is amazing. Like what I was able to accomplish was absolutely fantastic. And I feel you're paying guys. We're like, Todd, you got to go do some of that stuff again. I know, but priorities change, and I love teaching people and I love getting out there. But I have plans to go do some solo stuff this year, and even just go out alone with Ashley. So we'll just take it step by step, guys. So we're all getting old. Please make the discovery a reality, right? Oh my God. I remember John Bitternagel in that interview that most of you have seen, I think, where he says, I am firmly convinced that Todd has filmed portraits of the Sasquatch face. After that interview, or at the end of it, he said, and what's exciting about working with Todd, I didn't put this in the documentary, but something to the effect of what's exciting about working with Todd is I feel he is advancing this subject to the point where the discovery could very well happen in my lifetime. And that was like the end of the interview. And I went and I shook his hand. I wanted to give him a hug because I just met him. I just spent like 7 days with him. And I wanted to give him a hug, but I shook his hand like a gentleman. And I said, I was a little teary eyed because he's so passionate. And I said, of course, this will happen in your lifetime, John. And I was wrong. And that's devastating to me. So, on behalf of John Bitternagel and Grover Krantz and John Green and all these great men that have come before us, the discovery is really happening for a lot of people. Like the people that I work with that have seen a Sasquatch or seen ridiculously profound evidence on their own, they're already in the know. Like they've made that discovery, and I think a lot of you feel that way. The evidence is just freaking ridiculously overwhelming. Ridiculously overwhelming. So, um, you know, we just do we want it to go to pop culture? Yes, I do. That's why I'm public. I'm not gonna lie. I want this accepted. There's those really cool DK books about gorillas and dolphins and whales. One of my dreams is to make a DK book. Ian Redmond made a DK book. He's a colleague of mine, one of the top primatologists in the whole world that has been part of saving the mountain gorillas. An absolute iconic, incredible man that I've had the honor to be able to coordinate with and talk to. And he did a DK book about gorillas, and I love it. It's kind of like a kid's book that's got really cool facts about particular animals. It's maybe like 30 pages. I think Not National Geographic does it, but anyways, it's called DK books. I want to see a DK book about Sasquatch, Bigfoot. We see, their body type, their skull, the things they do, the abilities they have, why it took so long to discover them, because they're telepathic, like all these incredible things that we're going to learn about Sasquatch. That's a big dream of mine. That's what I would like to see in my lifetime. It's not just scientific acceptance, but I'd like science to take it to a level where we've got just incredible, significant evidence. We have cadavers of human beings. We know human beings' bodies. Is it disrespectful to have one of Sasquatch, one that's died of natural causes? I don't think that's too much to ask. And yeah, that can come. We can get that. They don't live forever. They're not immortal. There's sentient beings, which is incredible, but they are certainly mortal. I don't buy, of course. They're organic, living beings. Nothing lives forever. Turtles don't live forever. Maybe a couple hundred years or more, but everything lives and dies. That's the natural way of things. There's bodies out there, and it'd be awesome if we could have one and study it and learn from it, and accept and acknowledge this incredible discovery. So, hey Terry, glad you joined us tonight. That's fantastic. Hi Todd. I like to check in from time to time. Thanks for tuning in, Terry. Appreciate you checking in. Let's do some more questions here. Usually silent, but always around. Thanks, Terry. So, what do I got here for a question? I don't know what that means. Are you a Bigfoot fan? So I think you're talking to other people because obviously I'm a Bigfoot fan. So welcome everyone. Please like and subscribe. Oh my God, I'm only here. Oh my God, I got it. Australian Cryptology Tribe. We have Yowies all over Australia. They're incredible. Little ones too called Junjakdi, and even smaller ones called Nimjaki or Brown Jacks. You should come down here. Oh my God, I would love that so much. Australia Cryptozoology. Can you send us an email? Bigfootencounters@gmail.com. I would love to cooperate with you. And I got a Todd Standing Discovering Bigfoot expeditioner who's trained, who's amazing, that I could recommend you to. On my Facebook page, look up Adam. He's from Australia. He's only have 5,000 friends on Facebook. So that's one way to find Adam. He's absolutely amazing. So please hit the like button. If you're enjoying the show, thank you all. Boom. Thank you for that, Andy. Makes you real humble from the non-believers. Cool. He has seen them. Matt says, man, just found this live. I am ate up with BF energy. I'm convinced they exist. Well, thanks, Matt. Hey, welcome. Welcome, my friend. So, hey, Todd, hope all is well with you, man. Oh, that's Mark. Mark is an Alberta boy. Speaking of politics, we were on expedition, and the vote came in, and the communist, horrible, scary party was pretty much wiped right out of Alberta, the province we live in, and the conservative, capitalists, less government control and conservative perspective party won big time. We jumped up and hugged. So Mark, yeah, hey Mark, I'm doing very well, my friend. Got lots of halibut, got lots of bison, no elk, no deer, and I don't know much hunting I'm going to do this year. I have a friend that just used to be in the NFL, and he's a cryptozoology fan. What to do a Bigfoot show with? Want to do a Bigfoot show with us? Yes. Bigfootencounter@gmail.com. Send me an email. Or send an email through the website. The website is discoveringbigfoot.org. So, and if you see any of my YouTube, you're on my YouTube channel, any of my YouTube videos that were done in the last 6 months, they have a link to discoveringbigfoot.org. And the ones that have been done recently have my email address on them there. So yeah, I would absolutely say yes to that. No way, I'm so jealous. I want to see Bigfoot so bad. Well, Fire Reptile Gem, go look for the truth. You want it so bad? Yeah, manifest it. So go on an expedition with me. And guys, I don't know, you better be careful. I'm telling you guys something. I don't know how many more expeditions I'm going to be doing with just people. Like I've got like 60 expeditioners after this year that want to come out with me every year. I only have space for maybe 30. So I got all these people want to do expeditioners. And when I start going out with top YouTubers, what's going to happen is that's going to generate revenue. I'm not going to lie to you. That generates revenue. When I get up into the tens of millions of views on YouTube, it generates revenue. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go do solo expeditions like you never even imagined. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to freaking skydive out of a damn helicopter into the baddest ass backcountry you ever saw, right into Bigfoot habitat. Boom! Right? So it just takes money. right? And when that abundance starts to roll in, I'm going to do stuff that you think I was crazy before. You ain't seen nothing yet. I'm crazy with technology and with, I don't even have to suffer anymore. I'll have a helicopter drop supplies into me. I'll go so freaking remote and I'll kick some ass out there. I'll come back with some footage. Don't worry about it. When I get back into the country like that, stuff happens. So that stuff is coming. That's why I did TV shows. That's why I did the documentary. If the documentary would have paid back what we put into it, the research would have just exploded. It just didn't, and it's just not. So it's really, guys, just step by step though. Be patient with me. I just the future is not what you think though. Like I'm likely to start doing a tremendous amount of solo expeditions, which means I'll only maybe in 2025 I'll likely only take out 10 people. And when I have 50 trusted expeditioners, I'm only doing not 10, it would be 12 expeditioners a year. Now what? Right? New people can't come. I got a waiting list of like 40 people that would kill to come out with me, friends that I admire and colleagues that are amazing. So this might very, I'm just warning you guys, this might very well be, it's looking like it could be the last year that Todd Standing does expeditions with just people. So and there will be expeditions, I'll be training people to do them. There'll be 100 discovering Bigfoot research centers, and the people that'll be out doing those expeditions will be highly trained, exceptional, amazing people. But don't have an ego about it. Who cares if you can't do a Todd Standing? What the hell does Todd Standing even have to do with anything? You're not out there for Todd Standing. The only thing special and amazing about Todd Standing is Sasquatch. Without Sasquatch, there's nothing special about me. I'm just a regular everyday dude. So so the Sasquatch expedition will remain, and there'll be a tremendous abundance of that. So, and it'll probably be less expensive and more accessible as the Discovering Bigfoot research centers grow all over North America and then throughout the world. So, but drop your ego. Don't worry about Todd Stanton. There's lots of amazing people out there that will run these expeditions that have trained directly under Todd Standing. And with Todd Standing's training, you'll get Survivormen who trained me. Again, John Benernego, Cree Native, amazing exposure. Now Blackfoot, now Macaw Native, background training expertise. So there's layers that we'll be teaching these people that are going to be just absolutely exceptional. I'm really excited about it. Hi, Todd. Watching you and your success from Scotland. Yes. How international can we be? What time is it in Scotland? Like freaking 4 a.m? I'm so excited to see your upcoming expeditions. Maybe one day I'll save enough to join you. Well, and like I say, expeditions will become cheaper and far more accessible, right? So, hey Todd, remember me, Jake and Jacob from a few years? Yes, of course I remember you. We used to watch, and hey, we're excellent guys. We're growing and expanding. Thanks to have you back here. Is there Sasquatch near Rocky Mountain House? Yes, near Rocky Mountain House. So you got that Sunchild Indian Reserve and a couple others I can't remember off the top of my head. They have different names. The Sunchild Indian Reserve is very special to me because I spent some time with my teacher there. So, but all those native people, that's Rocky Mountain House, all those native people all through there and all through that whole, from Rocky Mountain House all the way down to Nordegg and up north, all that habitat is amazing Sasquatch habitat. So absolutely. And there's Sasquatch stories and the native people out there. I mean, you go on those, don't go to the reserves without being invited, for God's sake. Make sure you know somebody. Maybe even don't even go to those reserves. They can be really hard places for non-native people, but a native person, native people come out of that reserve, latch on to them, talk to them. You see them around Rocky Mountain House all the time, and see what you can figure out because they have tremendous knowledge of Sasquatch. So even I'll give you this. Hey, Rocky Mountain House, the elders told me, the native elders, what the heck, Nakota, I can't remember their tribe. But anyways, the native elders that I met with around Nordegg told me it was 2 o'clock creek. Uh-oh. And when you go to 2 o'clock creek, you'll understand why Sasquatch are there. I'm not going to tell you any more than that. I went there and I was like, whoa, 2 o'clock creek, yeah. Yes, there's Sasquatch there. And yes, they are very safe from human beings at 2 o'clock creek. Hi, Todd. Had an encounter in something, maybe Roslyn, New York. Morgan, please email me, bigfootencounter@gmail.com. We'd love to hear about it. I could talk about it on the show. So only a couple more minutes, guys. Let me me scroll down really far. I'll give it a couple big twists here so we can get. The lucky next question will be from the Saggy Ballman. That's a funny name. If I see a Bigfoot, do I shoot and capture him, or do I just take pictures? Well, if you think like that, you will never see a Bigfoot. So I have no worries. That's all I have to say about that. That thought process just got you no Bigfoot sighting. Someone like that thinks like that, you'll never see a Bigfoot. Don't take my word for it. What was that guy's name? Rene de Hinden. His whole life, he was thinking about shooting a Bigfoot. And his whole life, he was out there devoted, doing all this research, meeting people that had seen Sasquatch, out there for the Patterson footage. And you know how many times Rene de Hinden, this amazing guy, saw a Sasquatch? Oh, zero, none, nothing. And there are people that follow his direction. What? He never saw a Sasquatch, ever. But follow him. And you know what that'll get you? Exactly what it got him. And that's the mentality. So I'm going to do another spin here. 2 big spins. Oh my God, how many questions. You guys are awesome. Joe says, what tests do you do with the DNA? Paleo DNA here in Canada. They did not a full genome. That's something I had to pay for my DNA. These freaking geneticists won't touch my DNA. I gave my DNA to universities and they literally refused to talk about it. They tested it and came back to me and said, we're not talking about this. They gave me my money back, one university. I went to a freaking university to have a full genetic genome done, and they literally gave me my money back and had security remove me from the premises. Oh yeah. But paleo DNA came back and they just tested against three genomes, a human and chimpanzee. And it came back like the genome it can't be human or chimpanzee. It's some unknown hominid. But this is the last thing I'm going to talk about today, guys. This is literally the most important thing. So it's if human and chimpanzee are here, so this is human, this is chimpanzee, and then this way you get like gorillas, orangutans and stuff. You know where Sasquatch fell in? Over here. That's right, down that way. They're a more advanced hominid than human beings. Whoops. And now that I know about them, see the space between my fingers? I'm that much surprised because they are absolutely astonishing, amazing, highly advanced, highly intelligent, sentient hominids that live out there in the wilderness. They understand and enjoy a freedom that no human being in my generation or even the generation that comes next will ever understand. We pay taxes. We are literally little tax money-making machines for the government. Like, oh my God, what is going on in our society? Our freedoms are being robbed and taken away from us every single day. In Canada, I pay 70% taxes at the end of the day. Oh, you Americans are going, that's awful. Yeah, you guys pay like 60%. You guys are paying hidden taxes, and by the end of the day, it takes so much damn money from you, it's ridiculous. We don't know what freedom is. We rely on our phones and our shoes and our technology to survive, and all that stuff takes away from your freedom. If you're not wild, you're not free. And you know what Sasquatch are? Completely naked wild. They roll out of bed in the morning from the ground that they slept on, connected to the earth in ways I don't think any human being will understand in my lifetime. And until you get in nature and ground and connect, you won't even come close to understanding that. And they are free from everything. They never pay a tax. They owe allegiance to nobody, no political party. They go where they want, eat what they want, live what they want. Can you say that? Nope, and you never will. What's the two surest things being a human being? Death and taxes. And Sasquatch only pay to one of those. And they owe allegiance to nothing else, nobody else. They're free to do whatever they want. I admire this species with my heart and soul. They're absolutely amazing beings, and we have so much to learn from them and so little to teach them. It's ridiculous. Thank you very much for tuning into my live show. There's very little chance I'll be doing a live show next week because I'll be out with that YouTuber. If you didn't see that in this episode, go to the beginning of it. I talk about a famous YouTuber. Oh my God, it's snowing outside. It's freaking snowing outside. It just melted all the snow. Anyways, lots of exciting stuff to come. So I'll make you guys this deal for sure. If the YouTuber comes through, and right now it's 50-50, I think it's like 70-30 he's going to come through. It's looking really good. If he comes through, I will announce it on Thursday next week. Not this Thursday, not tomorrow, but the week. And literally that will be the end of the expedition. I will have been done the expedition. The expedition's earlier in the week. So I'll be finished the expedition. I'll have dropped them off at the airport. I will find a way to get some Wi-Fi for you guys wherever I can go. I'll go into a restaurant and I'll Wi-Fi download you guys on Thursday. Who the YouTuber is, I'll tell you a little bit about the expedition too. Talk about some more stuff about it. So fantastic stuff to come. Could be a very exciting week for Bigfoot when a top YouTuber comes up with Todd Standing. Woohoo! So thank you very much for your support, guys. It's immensely appreciated. And we'll talk soon. Stay tuned. Next 10 days are very exciting, right? So bye for now.